What up, fam? We're back with the Mind a Cure with Dr. T. I will help you go from blah to bliss, just like this. Go from glum to glam, like alakazam. We are going to be beautifying your mind with beauty secrets, with brain science and biblical scriptures that help you enhance your joy and reclaim your peace. We have been talking about being made in the shade, and we have been reviewing over the concept of retaliation through elevation back to your true, dynamic, outstanding identity. Today, we are going to carry that conversation a little further, talking about retaliation through evaluation. We need to consider evaluating the shade when it is thrown. We need to evaluate our grime, our grip, and our growth. Before we get started with that conversation, I want to tell you a little bit about what I've been researching about shades. I'm not traditionally a sunglasses or shades wearer, so this has been really exciting for me, kind of learning more about one of America's biggest fashion trends, the sunglasses. So did you know that skinny frames just ooze poise? And if you have a square-shaped face, like a strong forehead, then maybe round frames are good for you. And I also found out that these big giant sunglasses that everybody was wearing, like there really is a functionality to that, in that those types of sunglasses can help to cover up some imperfections, and they also communicate confidence. Now, while I was looking at all these different styles of sunglasses, I came across some sunglasses called the happy lenses. And apparently, there are some sunglasses, some shades that are designed to boost your happiness and productivity. What these sunglasses do is they filter out certain types of blue light, and the types of blue light that they retain help you to feel more energized, more confident, more connected with people around you. This is apparently based on some scientific research that was done by the U.S. National Academy of somebody really important. Okay, anyway, so I got to thinking like, filtering out certain types of light and keeping certain types of light can help you increase your happiness. Okay, so what about when shade is thrown? How about if we filter out the parts that are not for us, but we also recognize that we can be fed by feedback even if we don't like the flavor? So, personal story, I had some conflict with colleagues at my previous job. And word on the street was that Dr. Prelo didn't like such and such. And I really didn't actually have a problem with this person. And also that Dr. Prelo was this my way or the highway type of person, and on and on and on. So of course, my first initial reaction was like, who do they think they're talking about? They don't even know me like that. Why would they say something like that about me? Like, what is really going on? Then, as I started to like cool my jets and really reflect, I realized like, even though I don't like maybe who it's coming from, even though I didn't have a problem with them, but allegedly, I don't like who the feedback is coming from. And even though I may not necessarily agree with what they're saying, is this an opportunity for me to do some self-evaluation? Is there any part of me that is consistent with the grime that they're describing? Is there any way that I can get a grip on whatever it is that they're identifying that is problematic? And if so, is there growth that can result from me taking that inner look, even though I don't necessarily like what I'm hearing? This is how you retaliate through elevation. And recently, about a week ago, Young Miami got a lot of flack because her 10-year-old son was videotaped at the club throwing money at strippers. Okay. So what does she do? She goes on social media and claps back. Oh no, y'all ain't talking about me like that. Don't be worrying about what me and my son got going on, blah, blah, blah. He was with his auntie, on and on and on. Okay. So again, maybe she didn't like the package that the gift was contained in. Maybe she couldn't appreciate the firmness of the tit. You ever heard the expression, tough tit, said the kid, but the milk's still good? Okay, maybe she didn't like that. Maybe she didn't like feeling like people were coming for her. But was there any value, any virtue, any growth for her in being able to sit back and say, I'm a mom. I want to teach my son certain things. Is this what I want for him to be learning about how you interact with women and on and on and on? But her defensiveness robbed her of the privilege of being able to take what was thrown as shade and creating a conversation with herself that would allow her to retaliate through evaluation, look at her grime and see, like, is part of what's going on with me a little grimy? Maybe. Is there something in my life that I can get a grip on? Like, how do I address the grime? What are the steps that I take? And if I do that, am I able to foresee and predict growth in my life? So I want to leave you with this. There's a scripture that says, check up on yourself, test yourself to see if you are in the faith. So don't be so quick to retaliate with the eye rolling and the finger snapping and the head popping and the oh no. Just press the pause button. Evaluate so that you can check up on yourself, so that you can grow into the brilliant and beautiful person that you were designed and destined to be. And that's all for now. See you next time with Mind the Cure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and put some feedback in the chat. Later. Help me, Lord, I need